Welcome back, Hackerats. In this video, we're going to start to get accustomed to pull requests. So let's say one of our developers was assigned to the front end. And as we saw, if we open with Visual Studio here, and we open the front end, we chose to include those sample pages when we created the Blazor app. So we have this counter page here, and we have the weather page. And we would like to clean this up. We want to set it up. Before we go there, let's go back to the browser. Remember, we completed those tasks. When we did those, we didn't have them. I mean, they're not linked to any pull request, but we're going to do that for the next situation. But for now, I'm going to just move them because we have created and set up the project for the front end and back end. So that's done. And then I'm going to add a new, I don't think we can add a task here direct. No, right here. So many differences between all of these UIs. We click here, we add a new task. We want to remove redundant pages and add initial pages, because we might have several developers work on the front end. We might maybe work on the front page with the products. Somebody who wants to work on the cart page for our web shop, or the account login pages. So we might want to set these things up so we can break out new tasks later and people can work on things separately without stepping on each other's toes, causing unnecessary merge conflicts. Those are inevitable. They will occur regardless, but we can reduce the amount of them. And even when they occur, we can deal with them without too much complexity because we had a good setup. So I created this, and I'm going to assign myself, and I'm going to move it to active. All right. So where do we go from here? We go to our project locally, and we don't want to work on the dev branch directly. So we could go to Git, create a new branch, and it's based on dev, not main, remember? And we want to check out when we create it. We want to change to it. And let's give it some name. Let's say cleanup, or setup initial pages. Lack for a better name right now. Let's go with that. And now we're inside it. So, two things I want to do first. I want to remove the counter razor. I want to remove the weather razor. And in the layout, there's this nav menu file. We have all links here. We can remove. We can keep them for now. Leave them there. And there are different ways of working with Git. Some of you like to do a lot of changes and then add them. And in my case, I'm going to commit current changes, just so we have some measure of organization, because I'm going to show you something that happens later. So first, I'm going to say remove counter pages. And then that's all we have. We have those stashes, right? Yeah, commit all. So now we have a commit created. All right. Then we were talking about pages, some initial pages. Home could stay, but we might want a different name. So how about we rename it to, let's say, product. Wait, is that even nice? Let's just call it front. Let's just leave it at home. We'll never get started. And then we'll pretend, we'll say products. Let's keep it home, and then let's say H2. We don't have that shortcut here. Let's do this. And we will have products here later that we show. And then we'll right click here, add a razor component. And we take the default one and we'll call it cart. And there we have it. and we can pretty much copy some of this. So we have a consistent style. It's called page, cart, and your products in the cart. And then we'll create another page. Let's pretend we have a profile page. Here we'll do the same. All right, we've even created a non-routable. So let's go back to cart. Let's do this correctly. Page, and then this will then be the cart. There we go. And we can copy this to save some time. Go to the profile. This is profile. And then we can cheat a bit here. Oh, right. We forgot to remove that one. And then we go here. And here we do profile. And then here we will have your profile details, whatever. 3 pages, I think that's enough for now. We could go to the nav menu. We can remove the initial ones of counter. We can start with the cart, and the route for it will be cart, as we said up here, right? And the profile, we set to profile. So we can copy that, come here, profile, and we can verify that this works before we break the internet, our remote repository. And right, let's open this. Let's open a tab. Home has the products, cart, your products in the cart, profile, your profile details, and the routes match. Great, that works. We know it works. Let's close this and this. And now we could come to the git changes here. And all of these changes are automatically added. So add initial pages and set up navigation. Commit. Right, and now we might want to push this to our remote repository. So we can click this push button here. And while it's doing that, it will have crazy. We could create a pull request from here, but I'm gonna do it from the browser because I want to show you some things. So we go here. If I go to branches, we see we have now 3 branches, and we get this little snack bar here, and we're going to create a pull request. Say this wasn't here, or after some time, or you pressed X, or you want to create a different kind of pull request, we can always go here. But let's click here, create a pull request. And here's what I meant. If you have multiple commits, you don't get a title. But if you did everything in a single commit, you will get the title of that commit here. Just so you're aware. But we can just call it setup initial pages, which was the feature's name. And we don't want to merge it into main. We want to merge it into dev. And then we could describe the code that requires a review, search for users and groups to add as reviewers. Now, if it was someone else than me, that would be useful. But sadly, it's just me. And here we can find that work item that we used. Task 319, remove rendered pages and add initial pages. Great. And if you wanted to add tags here, write those we created in the previous videos, auth cloud or something else. We don't need that now because it's just set up. And here we have different. We can even create as a draft, but we just want to create. So let's create. And we see that it checks if there are any merge conflicts. Now let's pretend I did this and I went away and then someone else came. Let's say they came here. They just clicked anywhere, right? They came here, then they went here, and then they see there's a pull request available. There will be active abandoned, but here we have one active. So let's go into that one, right? Click there. And now I'm a different kind of user. I'm reviewing this. I could even go deeper here in the files. I can see what's different. What did he do? Okay, he changed those links. We can see he added a cart page, a profile page. He removed the counter. We see the strike through there. What's the count in the profile? Right. And then here there were some changes. And everything looks good. And then we can explore different commits. This is also useful, so they can just focus on one thing at a time. Especially if you have done a lot of changes, it's very difficult. You'll get too much. Anyways, so go to overview. It all looks good. I can then approve. You can also approve with suggestions. You can wait for author. You can reject. You can reset feedback. For my case, I could even add a comment here. I might not have been the first reviewer. It might require a minimum of 2, and we'll see how to do that later. We could add more reviewers here, an optional, required, and so on, and change the tags, remove or add for work, and then for work items the same. And then we'll see what kind of options here we have. We can share a pull request. We can look here. We can complete, mark as draft. We can abandon it when we regret. But now I'm just going to approve. So they see let's just say I'm Johnny Bravo, and I approve the pull request, and then I will complete it. And then we come to this kind of like options, and the defaults mostly are okay. If you're more in depth, you will understand the differences here, but let's just go with the default merge right now. But here, say you were merging your dev to main. You don't want to delete your dev. Then you won't want to check this. But you can check this here. For this one, this feature branch should be removed from the remote once it's merged. And I'm going to show you what happens if you forgot to do this. If you removed it, it's no problem. You can remove it after. This would have done it automatically for us. So I'm going to uncheck this. Complete merge. Let me see. It's done. Later we'll see with pipelines eventually how they will be running before we even get to these parts. But this is done. We can revert. But now, see, it's done. Now I can delete the source branch. I can now delete the setup initial pages branch. But that option, if we had checked it, it would have done it automatically for us. But I just wanted to get in the practice because we don't want to delete dev if we were going to merge the dev into main. So delete source branch, done. I go to branches, done. You can see the dev is 3 commits ahead of the compare branch, which is the main, because you see default and compare. Now I will show you how to create a pull request from this place, from this platform, because now we have to update the changes for the dev. We tested it a while, it saw that it worked, and the main, eventually we will have pipelines that once we merge the dev into main, this will build and deploy our app if we had it deployed on the cloud. So let's say pull request, new pull request here or up here if there were multiple. You can even customize the view, that's pretty cool. New pull request, and here select the source branch. I want to select the dev and I want to merge into main, and we can call it setup initial pages. And look here, that redundant pages and adding pages, it's closed. So if I go to our sprint here and I refresh, we see it was automatically moved to closed. So that's pretty nice. We don't have to do all these steps. So anyone who looks here, they understand that this is complete. And we might have wanted to create this for, different one for main or that, but that's okay. And I'm the only reviewer. I'm required, but I don't need any reviewers either. But oh well, great. And then here, user proposed to merge into main from dev. No merge conflicts. I approve, and I complete. And remember, don't delete dev after merging. That will make a lot of people's lives miserable. The people that you work with. Complete merge. It's done. And I just click close. And avoid delete source branch. We're done. We're done. Don't touch that. Go back to branches. And then we see dev and main. Dev is no longer ahead. It's just one behind. But that's not something you need to concern yourself with. They are synced. Now, the other team developers, they'll figure out that you might inform them. New changes are added. So locally, they can get the new changes before working on another feature. But first, you'll change to, let's just say, to dev, and then that you're done. You can go to manage branches. You can fetch, and then we get some updates here. I wonder why that one is not removed, but I just verify. See, it's not here. Stay, nothing, all. Okay. I guess it didn't update, but that's okay. Let's delete this branch. And let's see if it updates this. We'll figure that out another time. Now we see that dev is 3 behind, so we could click pull here. We're getting the new changes. If we look here, they changed. It's now the cart and the profile. And we could have technically done the same with the main. If we right click and check out. And then here we see we're 4 commits behind. And then we'll pull this as well. And there we are. And we can even see the history here. I can then go back to the dev branch. Wonderful. So I think that's it. Now everyone can get the latest changes and they're synced, and then they can create new branches from dev. For example, I'm going to work on the developer 1 says I'm going to work on the profile page. Developer 2 says I'm going to work on the home page to deal with the product catalog and all that. And developer 3 might say I'm going to work on the cart page. So nobody's going to be stepping on your toes. Makes your lives easier. And all looks good here. So that's it for this time. Until next uplink, fellow cadets.